separate channel. So with no further ado, we'd like to move on to our next presenter.
He is Mr. Song Tae-Joon, Vice President of ABB Korea. He will be talking about sustainability in and with ABB. Please welcome him with big hands. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Song Tae-Joon, in charge of Robotics and Discrete Automation at ABB Korea. I'm very pleased to be invited to this forum. And ESG is the topic, I think, the philosophical domain. I'm very happy to deal with this. Through the keynote speech, we have been hearing about the strategy and mission of ABB's strategy about ESG. I would like to go a little bit into the detail and our plan for the present and the future. You may not know much about ABB. So as an introduction, ABB is a technology provider to lead the changes in society and industry. It has 130 years of history, and ABB is helping more than 1,000 companies around the world. As you see here, this is our business portfolio. For the direction of sustainability and ESG, I think that these two businesses are important, which are the electrification and motion. They have a very diverse portfolio, and they are the leading global trend in their domains. As of 2020, ABB has already reduced emission by 40%. And with the emergence of ESG and CSR, the socially responsible company initiative, actually, I believe ESG is more detailed or specific concept derived from the SCR. By reflecting the current trend, we have been dealing with the different stakeholders, including customers, shareholders, investors, and the suppliers. By interviewing them, we capture those results into our strategy. And as an extension, we set the goal for low carbon society and try to reduce the resource use. The ABB aims to make a contribution to the society. That's why we come up with this concept. And for that, we pursue the integrity and the sustainability. Throughout our value chain, we cover customers, suppliers, and the society, the communities we operate in. So we consider these dimensions and capture them into this diagram. Here, my focus is number 2 and number 5. Our technology solutions may help our customers for ESG initiative, especially for environment. Our task is to help our customers to be more environment friendly in their operation. We helped our customers reduce emissions. Actually, we have a figure of 100 million ton CO2 equivalent. That is tantamount to the 3,000 coal mines producing carbon. So through our business, we help our customers to reach their own target for a reduction. And another focus is number 5.
좀 이따 마지막에 이제 말씀드리고 싶은 부분이랑도 연결이 됩니다.
This is related to my conclusion.
관련한
Environment and human right related
제대로 된
tasks
공급처에서 우리가 이제 조달을
should be taken care in when we source the materials.
집중하는 그런 나라들을 선정을 했고
We selected countries for sourcing.
80%
So for in those countries, the 88% of our sourcing will be coming from the healthy and sound companies in those selected countries.
조금 더 이렇게 얘기를 드리면 RE100
And for the environment and energy, we pursuing the EB100, RE100, and EP100. Even though EP100 may not be perfectly pursued, but we will try to our maximum.
노력을 하겠다라는 것이 ABB의
So we follow the best scenario of carbon emission reduction.
사실 이제 environment라고 하는 E가
When you say E, standing for environment, it has to do with the efficiency,
여기 보이는
and
데이터는 사실은 좀
the energy. These data are not updated one. In the left-hand side, it is the data of until 2009, and the right-hand side, it is data up to 2014. But we can still use this data. If you look at the blue marked portion, that is end-use portion. We already understand this. The blue portion should play the bigger role for to meet the emission target. And also, this portion is very the effort efficient part. If you look at the World Energy Outlook from IAE, we still think that our efforts for this end-use portion is always deficient. ESG strategy is pursued not only internally, but also externally with our suppliers and customers. If you look at the energy efficiency directly, the most efficient solution comes from the high efficient motor and the drive. As you know,
전 세계 그 에너지의 사실은 한 4분의 3을 저희 ABB의
3/4 of the energy is from the manufacturing sector, infrastructure sector, and the transportation sector.
그거에 맞는 4분의 3의 CO2 가스, 그 온난화 가스를
So these three industries cover the 3/4 of emission. And electricity is used to operate motor. The 70% of the electricity, for the motor, more than half of the motors can be better operated by controlling the electricity input. So motor efficiency is important. However, electricity efficiency is not well applied. So half of the 70% and half of the 50% can be improved by making the motors and drives more efficient. Actually, technologies are available to make them more efficient, but there are other factors like economic factors or the prices, as well as the other reasons to make decisions.
제가 오늘 이제 에너지 이피션시에서 직접적인 어떤 효율에 대해서만 사실 말씀드리고 싶은데
Today, I also want to deal with the indirect efficiency matters along with the direct efficiency. We have to always consider the impact of the indirect efficiency.
지금 보시는 이미지는
The image that you are looking at is the robot combined with machine learning and 3D technology. So this robot is able to inspect the product's quality very accurately and exactly. When you think of the automation, you think of the better efficiency and the human replacement. However, what's more important is the consistency and safety in the manufacturing floor. The consistent quality is important because it is related to the resource saving. So good quality would lead to the saving of resources. So that should be included in your decision making. And in construction scenes, the robots are being used for sustainable building construction and the wide construction floors. The buildings are used for a safer environment. And resource saving is also another agenda for robot use. The one important mission is recycling. We can develop eco-friendly materials to replace conventional materials. However, we can use recyclable materials, but the recycle rate is very low, even though the materials are available. So if automation comes in, then we can improve sorting activities. And once the materials are sorted well, then those materials can be used for the 3D printers aided by the robotics to produce more value-added products. That will have a better environmental impact, but also the better social impact. It will reduce the energy use, and it will have a better footprint on the nature.
말씀드렸듯이 이제 ABB는 저희들이 갖고 있는 기술과 그리고 기술을 담은 이제 제품과 솔루션으로
ABB technologies are used by the customers along with our product and solutions, and we believe that will be very effective.
그것만을 이제 저희가 이제 제공하는 그런 기술에만 의존하는 게 아니라
Not only relying on our technology, our customers are making their own efforts as well. Until 2040,
만드는 데 있어서 배출되는 지구 온난화 가스를 사실
the emissions will be reduced by 70%. That's our plan.
하나 더 나아가서 저희가 20년 이상 이제 하고 있는 사업인데요.
And another project that we are engaged in for 20 years is to recycle the waste robots. So robots will be revitalized. That means the components will be reused. The ABB robots are very robust, so their frame and materials can be recycled. Even though robots have been in use for more than 15 to 20 years, the softwares can be upgraded to revitalize the robots to meet the current needs. And compared to other robots, our robots are energy efficient because of our motion control technology. A lot of approaches available to make them more efficient. The gravity direction is applied to the robotics so that less power is needed to operate ABB robots. At max 50% or 100% of energy for operation is saved. We don't stop there, so we create new controllers so we can save 20% of power by using this controller. This is my last slide.
기업의 어떤 가치와 연관이 되고
ESG activities is related to corporate sustainability and value.
사실은 여러 가지 발표를 하고
Actually, we made a lot of presentations and announcements as a company. But what's more important is that the employees buy in, and those activities have to be culturalized within the employee's life. Last year, all the strategies and the raison d'etre of the company was reset within the company. And in the right-hand side, you see the mission of the company. If you look at these goals and aims, you will see the ESG elements is incorporated. And in business world, low energy, low carbon, and high efficiency initiatives are to be realized. In order to do so, what's more important is about purchase or procurement. The purchase or procurement principles has to be shifted to toward efficiency and better ROI. So those activities have to be retuned to the principle of ESG strategically. Then all the following initiatives will be realized on the front line. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Song from ABB Korea. I have a lot of questions, but I would like to ask just one question. What is needed to speed up penetration and deployment of robot automation for efficiency improvement? In company, when we make a capex decision and other purchase decision, you have to consider not only the number but also the social and environmental perspectives. You will have to see into the effect of your activity. Our procurement and the purchase have been specialized from 20 to 30 years ago. So this activity, this process has to be more sophisticated for other companies as well. Over time, that will be improved, I believe. Thank you for taking your time for the presentation. We had the presentation from Mr. Seo from Schneider Electric Korea and Mr. Song from the ABB Korea. This is the end of the session 3. We will take 5-minute break, and the break will be followed by the deep insight. I hope see you soon later.